Darren, 21 years old. I do advertising and marketing communications at the University of Canberra, and I'm quite famous for my love affair with the bottle.
Everyone's looking at me like, is that wrong? What's wrong? Mate, you're drinking fucking bunny rum out of the bottle straight. You're going, oh, I'm better, I'm not going to do something wrong, mate. Sorry, mate.
My name's Ryan Gogan. I'm in second year at UC, doing sports management and coaching science. I'm originally from Sydney. And yeah.
I'm Tess Allen, I'm 20 and I'm in my first year of uni.
I think binge drinking is where you use alcohol as a drug and purely as a drug, where you drink to get yourself completely hammered.
Drinking alcohol on numerous amounts of alcohol on numerous amount of occasions. Very numerous consumptions.
Drinking too much in one night or drinking a heap over the week. Yeah, I guess.
I've got Roger like I didn't top my fucking drink. I love drinking!
It's a social thing, I suppose. I enjoy it. I enjoy what I drink a lot. Like, I'm pretty keen on beer and I enjoy the taste of it. Being pissed itself is alright, I suppose. It has its ups and downs. I'm not that big a fan of getting absolutely hammered to the point where I'm not in control. I always like to keep myself in control when I'm drinking. But I like it because it loosens people up a bit and it tends to open the door for a bit more fun.
Instead of being Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, that's right. 14, that's fantastic.
Well, because it's delicious. It's fun. Lots of memories, sort of memories. And I just enjoy it. It's the same reason why people either smoke or, I don't know, what other people do. Run, and athletes train.
For fun, and I don't know, we've had like psychological problems, emotional problems, but people our age mostly just for fun. Yeah.
I'd say 5 times a week. 4+ a night for 5 times a week. Whew. Well, I'd normally, I get Centrelink, so that's what's that, $4.80 a fortnight. I normally commit about $50 of that for food for the fortnight, and I'd say the rest of it goes towards alcohol consumption and partying, good times. No girls, but
4 or 5 times a week.
Probably at the moment only like once a week because I've been working heaps, but I used to drink like at least 3 times a week. Yeah.
Depends on the duration of the drinking and where I go. If I was to go out into the city, I suppose I would be drinking for over about 10 hours, so I'd have upwards of 15 drinks, I suppose.
Probably like $100, $150, yeah. Mostly like pre-mixed drinks, especially in Canberra because they're cheap. Yeah, and drink like goon and stuff before we go out.
Again, it depends what I do. If I am drinking with my mates on res or at a house, a week I'd probably spend $80 on a case or two. But if I were to go out, if you're in the clubs and each drink's around $8, well then I'd spend probably a couple of hundred.
What do I think of the drinking culture on res? Compared to other reses that I lived on, it's not as hectic, not nearly as hectic. Yeah, I used to live in Latrobe res, and we drink every single night and like get absolutely wasted, like drink a goon sack to yourself like every single day at least. And here it's only like special occasions on the lighty on Wednesdays and stuff.
I think it's pretty good. I think it's a pretty big drinking culture because of the lifestyle we live. Whereas we are students, we all live on top of each other and we are able to get together a lot more. Whereas say when you're living at home and you're working 5 days a week, you really don't have those opportunities to drink as much as we do.
Do I think binge drinking promotes violence? Depends who it's in. Like some people just have like violent natures as it is. But yeah, I've been around people that have got violent on their binge drinking, like going to jail and back in the divvy van and stuff.
I suppose with me personally, in my history, I've had a couple of violent altercations and they all tend to be whilst drinking. But that's not just from my point as well. I've always got into, I suppose you'd call them drunk fights, which again, just I suppose is a repercussion of people being louder and more confident and, I don't know, with each other, therefore there's more chance of confrontation. I suppose the logic and the thinking through isn't there. It's a lot more instinctive. So that's why I believe it happens a bit more.
Well, I guess it's there. I assume it's there. I don't know. I can't really remember much violence. The only time I ever remembered violence is when I've been sober, and that was normally other sober people getting violent towards intoxicated people. So I'd say the sober people, the party poopers I like to call them, would be the violent ones.
I also think that if you're out and you're drinking with a big group of mates, you've got that Dutch courage and you're also looking to impress your mates, and therefore there's a bit of group mentality at the same time. You're not going to back down if there is a confrontation.
Apparently I'm a bit of a serial pest. I like to threaten the rape on a few people, male or female.
You are the official milf hunter. Fucking rape you. No, trust me, if I
Do you want to be fucking raped?
No, you don't want to be raped. Hey, I'll fuck your mouth. I'll fucking rape you. I'm not again,
Abuse people, smash things, hold bottles to people's necks. But it's all in fun. It's not in a violent way. It's just fun. Harmless fun.
There's a lot of stories of my mates and other people I've seen in town drinking. Like you see a lot of drunken falling downs and people getting the Dutch courage again to go up and up, trying to hit on the chicks and the rejections and all that kind of gear. It's all good fun.
I actually have, I got polycystic ovarian syndrome from drinking too much, just destroying my body. Can't have kids anymore, can't like eat certain foods, put on like 40 kilos in like 6 months, and like just, yeah, so much bad stuff happened just because I drank like so much in like such a short amount of time. And then probably a few of my friends also went to Latrobe in Melbourne, and one of the boys on res died there from drinking too much, and he fell down the stairs. They had to cancel the whole O week and stuff like that. So So that was pretty bad.
I think they're a bit of a negative, but every good thing has a downside. But I wouldn't say they're that large.
Was it kind of a wake-up call?
Yeah, it was. That's why I stopped drinking so much. Like I was drinking like a goon sack a day to myself, and I'm a girl. Like that's ridiculous. And yeah, I don't know, completely ruined my body. Like to not be able to have kids anymore from drinking too much is just ridiculous. Like so yeah, I kind of cut it out a bit.
And I suppose, like looking back, you see a lot of stories and incidents that happen, like e.g. fights, and people hurting themselves, which I suppose, yeah, are bad things. But looking back on it, that's what makes the nights funny. This is what we get the stories about. This is why we do it. And as stupid as that may sound, I think some of the best times and the funniest times I've experienced in my lifetime is when my mates have got absolutely shit-faced and they've lost control. And they've done stupid stuff that you wouldn't see people do every day. I guess that's the appeal of drinking itself. It's just no one really thinks about how it's going to affect them in 10 years' time. It's the weekend, we've got a night off, let's all get shit-faced and let's go have fun and make a story. And I suppose that's not going to change anytime soon.